Hey guys, it's Stephen from Tech Modified, and last week we reviewed Fractal Designs Define C Tempered Glass Editions, and this week we're back with another Fractal Design case, the Meshify C. Let's check it out. Fractal Design is well known for having much simpler looking cases, however the Meshify C is here to change that with its very aggressive styling. It aims to have a very stealth look with its tinted tempered glass side panel. Now compared to the Define C tempered glass editions which we reviewed last week, this is a bit of a change. I think I personally prefer a clear tempered glass side panel so I can actually see all my beautiful hardware inside. However, I think that's the overall look that Fractal Design was going for with the black on black stealth aesthetic. And on the front of the case you have the Fractal Design logo, which looks quite nice. However, it's at a bit of an angle. We've tried to manually adjust this, but I do not want to break it off. It seems pretty well fixed in place. It's slightly angular, which puts it off a little bit, but it does look very nice and contrasts the black brilliantly. Show me your moves, Meshify C. Now to go over some of the specifications of the case. First of all, storage. You can fit up to two 3.5 inch hard drives, as well as there's 3 dedicated spots for your SSDs. For the radiators that you can mount in this case, on the front you can fit a 360, a 280, however keep in mind it will be tight on the front there, especially if you do have a larger graphics card. Definitely check your measurements to make sure that everything's going to fit. Now on the top you can also fit a 240mm radiator and a rear 120mm if required. And because this case is a bit more compact, you can fit a power supply up to 175mm. Now graphics card, now this is one thing I identified previously was going to be a little bit of an issue if you decide to use a larger all-in-one cooler, or you actually want a front cooler mount section. You can fit up to 315mm, however it will be tight. Now in this case for your motherboards you can fit a mini ITX, micro ATX and a full-size ATX as well. And for your CPU cooler, you can fit up to 172mm in height. And onto the front of the case, you have a nylon mesh intake, which boasts a 2 times better airflow than conventional plastic filters. I do have one concern with this, however, and I think that this is actually going to potentially degrade a little bit over time, but this is one thing which we'll kind of really have to come back and look at in the future. And for your cable management, there's up to 35mm of space behind the motherboard plate with Velcro tie-down straps included, as well as multiple tie-down points throughout the plate and chassis. So another thing to note with this case, I've currently just installed a slim 360mm radiator on the front, and it's very, very, very tight for space. The graphics card I put in there is a GTX 1080 reference, which is around 270mm long, and as you can see here, there really isn't much room for clearance between the actual fans or your radiator, depending if you have push-pull, and your actual graphics card as well. So something definitely to keep in mind. I think for the first time people trying to do a custom water loop, I probably wouldn't recommend this case. Now we'll go in now and install an all-in-one cooler and see how much space we have with that. Now we installed the Fractal Design Celsius S24 all-in-one CPU cooler, and we had no troubles installing it on the top. However, we think that RAM clearance might be a bit of an issue. We used some low profile around the XPG Gamix D10. However, I believe using some of your large RAM, you might encounter a bit of an issue here. But there's no reasons why you can't install this all-in-one cooler on the front side as well. So the Meshify C will be retailing for around $90 and in Australia around the $130 mark. But be sure to check out your local retailer's price as this is pre-release and just an estimate at the moment. This also puts the Meshify C in quite a low retail bracket with a very nice design. They've used the Define C chassis and made quite a few little adjustments to create a nice stealth, black, clean case, which could have some minor improvements, but I think they've gone for a very specific target audience here, and for that audience, I think this case is going to be perfect. And this leads me to my last biggest feature on this case, and the reason behind the name, the Fractal Design Meshify C front panel. It looks absolutely beautiful. I love seeing a case company think outside the box and going for such a nice design with the angles and the geometric features. Well done, Fractal Design. So check it out, guys. The Meshify C, I think it's a great price point case with a lot of features that Fractal Design are becoming very well known for. And if there's something you want to see reviewed, please let us know in the comments below. And until next time, guys, happy modding. Show me your moves, Meshify C.